Christy with Colonial House of Flowers. I'm the 2017 Mayesh Design Star, and today I'm going to tell you how to make a fresh flower hoop, the inexpensive and easy way. Fresh floral hoops seem intimidating, but they're not. We use them for weddings, we use them for showers, we use them for all kinds of corporate events, you name it. But they range in size from a boutonniere size to all the way up to 7 feet, which is our largest hoop. Today we're going to be making a smaller hoop, but the supplies that you'll need are the same for smaller up to 7 feet hoops. We keep a range of supplies in our toolkit for our hoops, and what you'll need is you'll need your clippers, you'll need a water source, whether it is an Oasis pick or Eco Fresh bouquet wrap. Wires are also great. Zip ties always come in handy. Petal proofer for your flowers, and we also use the foliage sealer for the greenery. The first thing that you want to do is to decide what size your hoop is going to be. And we always tell people to just think outside the hoop or think outside the vase. Just look around. We've used all kinds of things, from a key ring to an embroidery hoop. I've used my husband's his tire rims. We've also used a hula hoop. Today we are going to use an embroidery hoop. The next thing that you do after you decide for what to make the bone or the circle for your hoop is you decide on your greenery. A couple of things that I recommend. I really like Huckleberry. Passion vine is great. I don't know if you've ever seen passion vine and how it comes in, but it comes in these bags. Silver dollar eucalyptus is great to use. It gives it that loose organic with a lot of movement, if that's what you're going for. And also camellia is a great greenery. Today I'll start with the Elaeagnus. And you just take it and wind your longest pieces of greenery around the hoop. The best way we found to explain it, especially if we're on site somewhere and we have someone new, this is really something that they can do, but a lot of times they feel intimidated, and we explain it that it's that you're just making a nest. You can take the green wire. It bends around the hoop so easy, and you can keep layering it until you absolutely cover the ring, if that's what you're looking for, or you can let the hoop show through. I put my first layer down with something that is longer, like the Elaeagnus. Then you can go back in with something like the camellia. The really neat thing about an embroidery hoop is that it isn't very expensive, and it also comes with this natural, at the top there's a hole, which is perfect for hanging. We've hung them from trees, we've had people hang them on the wall. They can be completely covered, like we mentioned, or they can be exposed. Another great greenery to use with these any size is the smilax. Oh, it works so good. And then I think that I'm going to add the passion vine. So that way we have three different greeneries for interest and different textures and tones. It just makes it so pretty. Depending on the type of greenery that you use, you can make these a week in advance, 2 weeks in advance if you have a cooler, 3 weeks in advance if you have a cooler. I would say with what we're using here, the most we can make it would be a week in advance. I would recommend making it about 2 days before the event. So this is only taking, for this embroidery hoop, it's just 2 strands of the passion vine, three little branches of the camellia, and I think we use 2 long pieces of the Elaeagnus. The other thing that determines how long or how far in advance that you can make it is if you use a sealant afterwards. We use the petal proofer and the foliage sealant from Design Master, and it helps not just give it a shine, because we don't want an unnatural looking shine, but it helps seal it and keep the moisture in so it lasts longer. And that makes our customer really, really happy. It makes us happy too. And here's another variation on it. You can either have it minimalistic and light, or if you want to add some broader leaves like magnolia, you can do that and it gives it a more full look. But we're going to go ahead and put our flowers right on. Some flowers that I think work really well for these wreaths are, I really like ranunculus. Also, garden spray roses look really good on them. Tulips, if they're in season. And for the bigger wreaths, the full rose looks really good. Really, any flowers look good on these. This is an Eden Romantica spray rose, garden spray rose, and it's so pretty. I would just pull the outer petals off. Normally when we're adding flowers, it doesn't matter how big the hoop is, whether it's a small hoop, a medium hoop, or a large hoop. And we always add our sturdiest flowers first, and then we kind of move up so that the least delicate are used first and the most delicate are inserted at the very end. When we do put the flower in the oasis pick, I like for it to have a longer stem because I really don't want to see this mechanic ever in the final hoop. I think the longer stem just kind of makes it look more realistic. And you can glue in your picks with the oasis floral glue or hot glue, or you can also wire in the picks. The trick is you just don't want to see them. Another one of my favorites is the Eden Romantica Garden Spray Rose. Another thing that we do to just kind of give it a more natural look so that it is adding to the greenery, and it gives it more movement, is if you can have the length of the stem. And it also allows us to keep all of these flowers, so there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blooms versus, you know, just being able to stick one in a water pick. Bunny tail is another one of our little favorites, and you can take several stems of bunny tail and put in a pick if you like, but it kind of gives it that nice organic wildflower look. The bunny tail is great for the hula hoop size or the embroidery hoop size, but a good substitution for this on the extra large is the pampas grass. I'm going to tuck in some pepperberry because it dries pretty well. It doesn't really need a water source. If you want to pick it, you can, or if you want to slide it in with your other flowers in their water pick, you can. I'm not going to do it in threes because I think that it just looks good just laced in here. One last thing I'll show you is that let's say you do have an exposed pick or wrap. You can take some Oasis glue, but this is just like kind of a little secret. But we just go back and cover. You just go the leaf on top of it and no one will ever see it. So there you have it. It is a modern twist on the classic wreath. This is our hoop. We use the same mechanics for our bouquets, to our door wreaths, to our escort card wreaths, to our chandeliers, to our swings. If it's a circle, this is how we always make it. Thank you for watching, and remember, it doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful.